Hello guys, Srinivas here. I hope you guys remember the screen, this particular extension email miner. In our last video we discussed of how we could scrape data from this particular extension email miner. This extension is way past all the tools which I have used in the market previously. I've used D7 Lead Finder, I've used Apollo.io, I've used few other AppSumo related tools which will help us in downloading data like Leads Gorilla, etc. But I've never came across a tool like this. Is because this tool is not only helping us in scraping the data from Google or Facebook pages, it also helps us in downloading data from Facebook users, groups, pages, events, marketplace, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo. We have Shopify, SoundCloud. We should also see LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, Linktree. So there's so many platforms. For example, for job seekers or job providers, you could look into Stack Overflow. You have I've seen somewhere Zip Recruiter, Booking.com for hotels, etc. Fiverr is for the if you want to get freelancers data or something like that, you could use Fiverr, Upwork, freelancers, etc. Zip Recruiter, this is for the HRs or recruiting based companies. Glassdoor, this is also a really great place for you to find out data of corporate people like HRs, etc. Sometimes even managers. So there's so much you could explore in this particular website's data. So because you're not just scraping the data which is available on Google, but you're scraping the data through these websites. So this websites has publicly made that data available through Google. So this particular system will only take the publicly available data, and because this particular extension is searching for the users, so you'll be able to find email service providers of the personal emails. So like, let's say for example you want to contact people who use Gmail, you could select Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL. So there's so many providers you could select from based on the location you are. So you'd be able to get that data. So, and also coming back to the keywords, this is the main part where you need to type in the keyword of your targeted audience. So here also we have so many variations, just like Google search. For example, my targeted audience are digital marketers. So let me search for freelancers, freelance website designers, website developers, web developers. Yes, freelance website web developers. I could choose, let me choose Facebook users again, or else let me choose LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn, I could choose from any country. Let me choose United States, because I think that data would be useful for me. So you have so many countries available here. You could choose from any country you want, and you don't need to really have an account in order to have the data available from that particular country or particular website. So email service provider, let me choose Gmail, or let me also choose Yahoo, Hotmail. These are the most used service providers for personal emails. So once it is all done, make sure that everything looks good, and then click on Start Mining. Once you do that, the system will automatically search for the data. I think it was unable to find out data in the first page, but it refreshed again and start scanning the data from the beginning. So it has now 10 emails. You could see those 10 emails over here. So once you do this, you already know how this works from our previous video. But once you do this, what are you going to do with that data? Once you scrape the data from Google, what is it you're going to do from that data? Obviously, you get their email address, you get their name, you get their business name maybe, you even get their Facebook or LinkedIn or any social media sites you're selecting profile links. So let's say you got their Facebook profile link or LinkedIn profile link, you'd be able to even start contacting them through that links if they're opening your emails. But for the first time, you're gonna reach out to them through sending an email, outreach email, right? So generally, I see that so many people stuck there because they don't have proper tools, or they don't know how to send proper emails, even though if they have tools or else strategies. Sometimes all these emails go and land in promotion, or sometimes even in spam. So even if they are sending out like 50,000 emails or 1 lakh emails or 100,000 emails, the reach out or the open ratio of that emails are very less. So I've seen this problem throughout the industry from so many years, and I always suggest my team to go ahead and send personalized emails so that our emails go and land in their inbox rather than in spam or marketing tab. I don't consider sending them a marketing message or else a email which has a lot of content or images in it. So what I did is I have created a small Google Sheet, and I'm gonna give you the access to this folder once you subscribe to this particular extension, which is Email Miner we have. You'd be able to also get another bonus called Blueprint. So in this blueprint, you're gonna get 2 folders. One is the blueprint itself, which will help you out in sending hundreds of emails, personalized emails and unique emails to how many ever number of people you download. Okay, and then again there is a draft which will help you out as a template to start sending emails. I'll talk about it more once I jump into the Google Sheet. So once we have the data available, so now let's go ahead and stop this extension, stop mining, and now I have the download list. So I have downloaded this. I have a CSV file so that I can simply upload it into the Google Sheet or any tool I use. So let me upload this Google Sheet over there. So we have keyword freelancer, we have an email, we have their email address, and then we have name also over here. But you see, there is even their along with their name, we even have who is he, junior developer, LinkedIn, etc. So we have their positions and titles too. So maybe we want to go ahead and separate this data. So just go ahead and cut this, paste it in the last cell. Okay, and then just go ahead and delete it. You don't need that. Once you do that, just go ahead and click on it. You're doing it in Excel, right? So let's go ahead and then click on text to columns. So once you do that, determine fixed. Okay, let me determine. I want it to be separated when there is a space. So let me select space and then click next, next, and finish. That's it. Voila. We have their first name, we have their last name, we have their profile, job profile, etc., etc. But we don't need all this data. We just need their first name because we want to personalize their emails. So let me save this as it is. Save and then close it. Now I wanted to use this particular Google Sheet. I want even you guys to use this particular Google Sheet to start sending out emails. So let's start importing those leads into the sub sheets we have. So I have a sheet already created over here, but if you want to import your leads, you could just click on add and then import your sheets over here. So let's say freelancers data, right? Freelancers. Okay, so now just go ahead and click on file, click on import. You should see that somewhere in your downloads. Upload the file from your downloads. Yes, guys, you have to remember one thing, that you are doing it, you are importing the data only for this particular subsheet, not for the whole Google Sheet. So you have to select replace current sheet, replace current sheet. Please do remember that you have to select replace current sheet, otherwise it will go ahead and replace the whole data in all the tabs. Okay, and then make sure it is detected automatically and then click on import data. Once you do that, you have their keyword, you have their email address, you have their name too. Now we have data available. We have to go ahead and send an email to all the people who are available in this list. So how many people we have over here? Freelancers, we got like 89 people. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what all the other tabs we have, which is one is widget. Go ahead and click on widget, and you have subject lines, you have greetings, you have search lines, you have offer lines over here. This is very important, guys. I'd like to create another video about, especially about this widget, because this is where all the content what we send to our audience matters. So I have already created some templates for you over here. You just need to go ahead and change some words in here so that it talks about your product or your service. So I suggest you to go ahead and use these templates in search, as well as in offer, as well as in just a moment, reach is the one where you give you ask their numbers, or you ask them to go to your website or something like that. So I have this website over here, blueprint.inbox. Let me replace this. Control F, replace it, find com, and then replace it with leads.crmroad.com. This is how you could also do it, this sheet, and then replace all. Great. Now I have my URL also in the reach. So just like that, if you find any words you think you could replace, you could just go ahead and find and replace the words. We'll talk about this particular sheet in another video. Please comment if you want to see another video, especially on widget. But yes, for you to make your job easy, I have these templates ready for you. You could use these templates. So what happens is, when we are ready to send this data, all this data will be populated. All the data we have in the leads, and also all the data in this widget will get populated in your Google email. So the emails will start going from Google, and you'll have something called draft in here. That's what we're going to create now. So before you send out emails, you'll have to go ahead and open your Gmail. Make sure that you're not logging in to any other accounts. Okay, you just need to log into the account where you want to send emails from. It could be your personal gmail.com, or else it could be even your professional domain Google account or Google Workspace account, if you would be able to start sending the emails from. So for you to go ahead and create the draft, you could just click on compose, and then in this particular folder you have this draft Gmail, right? Just go ahead and copy it and then paste it over here in the description. Just go ahead and replace it, greetings name. Okay, it can be business name or it can be first name. So now we have first names, right? So let it be first name, and this is your name, so you have to type your name over here. So let me type this is Srinivas from crmroad.com, and I was searching for your targeted audience. Who are my targeted audience now? Freelancers. So I've downloaded the data for freelancers, right? So I just need to type freelancers in LinkedIn, right? Search site is what? LinkedIn. Yes, and we found your profile URL over here. So you don't need to change anything. It's because profile URL is already mentioned in the list. I'm going to talk about it. So let's go back to the draft. So we have profile URL, offer, reach, sign off. Okay, so you don't have to change this but yes, and as well as search, greetings, name. Wherever your data need to be there, like your name or your website address or your targeted audience, etc., you could change it by yourself. So once you do that, make sure you have the subject line also populated. So I've mentioned subject in the flower brackets, right? You could simply copy it and paste it. Otherwise you could type it if you're not lazy like me. That's it. So now your template is ready. So this is saved as draft. You could just simply close it. So I have a draft already. So let me select this as subject line. Okay, question mark. I'd say question mark so that I'd remember this. So yeah, great. So now let me go back to this Google Sheet and then click on list. So now I have data ready, I have the content ready, I have the template which I want to send, which will populate the data from this widget. So subject lines will get populated from here, greeting lines will get populated from here, search lines or offer lines or whatever we have mentioned in the brackets over here will get populated from widget. That's why I wanted to create another video so that you could understand it very clearly. But then once we have the data ready, we have to go ahead and click on list, and now we see this magical sheet which will start sending personalized emails. So this sheet is consists of a lot of content, cells over here, but if you observe, there is a formula in that cells, array formula, right? So what's happening is it is populating the data from subject lines and greeting lines, etc., etc. You don't need to disturb any of these things, but just go ahead and click on over here. So if you have the data of a business name, you'll populate business name. Otherwise, you have the data of the normal name, first name, then you'll populate the first name. So here, let's go ahead and click on first name, the first cell, type is equals to, and then select this particular data, and then select the first name over here. Great. Now hit enter. Now you see that the name is pre-populated over here. So similarly, you could do the same thing for email. Just click on there, type is equals to, click on freelancers, select the email address. Great. Now you have profile URL. Do the same thing, is equals to freelancers or the subsheet and the profile URL. Awesome. You don't have the business name, so don't worry about it. Once you do that, just go ahead and select all the cells from here, or you could even start from here if it is empty. Yeah. So also make sure the merge status is empty. Let me delete this. If you have that in your sheet, please go ahead and delete it so that it is empty. So now let's go ahead and select again. Till sign off. You have to select till sign off, and then just click on this small dot. You see this, right? Just click on this dot and grab it. So you want to send like 50 emails for that day. Just go ahead and grab it till like 50. Okay, so here we go. Automatically all the data is pre-populated for you. You don't need to manually select everything. So once this is done, next day you come back, select the same cell starting from here. Because your data would be available in the cell, you'll just need to go ahead and select all the cells and then once again drag it to how many ever emails you have added. Right? So we have the data ready, we have the content ready, we have draft ready, we have even the list ready to start sending emails. But the only thing what we need something to track the emails. So we need to know who are opening the emails, who are clicking on it, or if there is any activity happening on that email or not, because we wanted to start contacting them on LinkedIn or Facebook later on, right? So for that you need to download an add-on called Yet Another Mail Merge. I have already downloaded it. I'll give a link of this Yet Another Mail Merge in a description. Please go ahead and download that into your Google Sheets. So make sure that this is only work in Google Sheet, and use the same email address to sign up. It's a free one. You'll also have premium subscriptions, but I suggest you to take the free subscription if it is asking you to sign up. So once you sign up, go ahead and install it, and then you'll have something called Start Mail Merge. Click on Start Mail Merge. I'll show it to you again. Let me sign off from all other accounts I have, because you'll have to sign in only to one account which you are using to send emails. So let me sign out. You could also open another incognito mode and start doing it, but for now let me sign in again. Great. Now I'm signed in only to one email address which I'm using to start sending outreach messages. So now I have my Gmail ready. You could see the last sent email was on May 24th. Okay, come back to this Google Sheet, refresh it. Make sure whenever you're making any changes to the Google Sheet, refresh it. I don't suggest you to make any changes apart from the data and the list. But yes, once this is ready, you will go ahead and click on the extensions button, click on yet another mail merge, click on start mail merge, and then it will start sending out emails to the people who are available in that list. So as I told you, this is a third-party extension which is called yet another mail merge. We are using this extension to track what's happening to the emails we are sending. So you could go ahead and type your first and last name over here, the sender name, and then once it is asking you to select the template, you remember that we have saved a draft over here, select subject with a question mark, so that'll populate over here. So you just need to go ahead and select that, so subject with a question mark, and now make sure that this box is checked, track emails, open, respond, bounce, etc. So before you sending, make sure the draft is all okay. Let's open the draft. Greetings, name, okay, instead of name it's first name, right? So it should be first name. Yeah, just copy it, come back to the draft, paste it inside the brackets. Oh wait, you could just say, just type exactly first name. Great. Greetings, first name, search, okay, Srinivas Freelancers, LinkedIn, okay, profile URL, is it correct? Profile URL, okay, offer, reach, sign off, okay, here my signature, right? So let me add my signature. I've already have a signature over here. Great. Signature and my logo, that's it. So now my draft is ready, so go ahead and close this again, come back to this Google Sheet. I'm sorry it took a long time to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes so that you understand it properly. If you have any questions, please comment so that I could make another video and show you. So once you click on start mail merge, it will open up yet another mail merge screen, and it will show you the screen to fill out your first and last name and select subject. Yeah, great. So now we are ready to send 50 emails. So if you want, you could even run a test and see how things are going to the customers through your email. But yes, I think everything is good to go. So let's go ahead and click on send email. So once you do that, automatically the system will understand how many emails we have, what are their names, what was there in the subject lines, reach lines, etc., and it'll start sending out emails one by one. Now you will see the magic. Generally what happens is when you send this kind of emails in any other tool like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or any automation tool which does email sequences or something like that, those tools will only send out the same template to everyone who are there in the list. So if you have a template for email 1, then that's the same template which with the same subject line or with same description or same images will go to hundreds of people, whoever you are adding them in the list. But here you would be able to see that every email we have sent out, see, to 12:55 a.m. yes, we have sent around 50 emails. Every email we have sent out is having a unique subject line. Do you want to scrape leads directly for lifetime to your inbox? So that's a question, right? So people tend to open this kind of emails and then read what is it all about. So we are asking multiple questions, and these questions are nothing but the questions we ask to our general customers. So I put the same questions in the widget. That's why I wanted to get into another session to talk about widget. But yes, if you open this email looks like a simple handwritten email. It says, "Hey Nick, this is Srinivas from CRM Road. I was searching for freelancers in LinkedIn and we found your LinkedIn profile here. So do you have plans to scrape leads who are actually interested to your business service provided?" So all this data is pre-written in the widget, so you don't need to really write it and send it manually. So I'm also mentioning my URL, which people will click on it and then go to the URL which I want them to visit. So likewise, if you scroll to another email, this email looks different with a different subject line. every email looks different with a different subject line. So every email is unique and personalized. So all these emails will go and land in inbox. It won't land in spam, or else it won't land in marketing tab. Is because this emails doesn't look like a marketing email. It doesn't have images. It doesn't have a lot of graphics in it, or else it doesn't sound that it's a marketing email, right? We are asking them a question, so it's like a conversation, right? People tend to reply to this kind of emails, and you could start building conversations, and then eventually you talk to them on LinkedIn or Facebook or any other medium where you guys feel comfortable. Well, this is how I want you guys to utilize the whole system, which is nothing but the email miner as well as this CRM Road blueprint, so that you would be able to track and see how many people, how many emails you have sent, and how many people are responding to them, etc. See, we have already tracking reports over here. So in order to check your tracking reports, you could simply go ahead and click on extensions. You would be able to see that over here, email open, sent, etc. You could also do that from extensions. Click on yet another mail merge and click on open tracking. So you go ahead and download the data from here, upload the data as a CSV into the leads, and then you start sending out emails, and you see out of 49 emails we've sent, 98% are delivered, and 7 emails are already have already opened. 1 email got bounced. So you see how much is the verified emails we have. So because we are using personal emails, most of the emails are active is because they're already using that email to sign in or sign out or change the password or whatever they generally do to that social account. So I hope you guys understand what is the value of this particular offer, which is email miner along with blueprint. This particular whole system is only for $37 per month, and I'm launching this as an offer, and that's why every new user who signs up to this particular system will help me out in increasing the price to another $1. So the second user will be able to buy it for $38, and the third user would be able to buy it for $39, so on. So how many ever users sign up for this particular offer, then that many dollars will go ahead and hike the price for you. So please go ahead and take this opportunity and sign up as an early user, so you enjoy the most benefits. Not only this, we have so many other tools like Go High Level. We have snapshots for that, so that you would be able to have pre-built funnels. We have pre-built workflows, automation sequences, so many other things. We'll talk about it in our next videos, but I hope you guys understand what is the value of this particular offer, and we'll see you again tomorrow with another video. Thank you.